Hi, Wella RED program. Welcome to this special edition of the How to Cut It podcast in collaboration with Wella professionals. And I'm delighted today to be joined by Hayley Austin and Jordanna Cobella. Welcome along.
Hi, I'm Hayley, and I'm an account manager for Wella, but I am an experienced hairdresser. I spent my hairdressing career working for Tony and Guy before joining Wella as an educator in 2016.
My name's Jordanna Cobella and I'm Wella UK's colour and trend forecaster ambassador. And I'm so excited to share the colour blocking trend with you today and, of course, all the business benefits that it has.
Cool. Well, look, let's dive into today's podcast.
So it's great to be here. I'm really excited. So I am a trained hairdresser. I started my career with Tony and Guy, and I was with them for at least 12 years, I think. And I joined Wella in 2016 as an educator. So starting off at the London studio and then in the field. And now I'm in a sales role as an account manager.
Great. Good. Well, thank you. And lovely to have you on the coach.
Thank you.
Jordanna, I mean, we've interviewed you, as I've just said, many a times. Lots been happening for you with your Wella role, London Hairdresser of the Year. Maybe you just give our listeners a brief into your current role now with Wella Professionals UK and Ireland.
Sure. So as of this year, I'm the Wella UK Colour and Trends Ambassador. And that role involves coming up with the global and regional trends of the year, not only for colour, but for cuts and styles also. And translating that into everyday salon use for our everyday hairdressers out there.
Look, today we are here in this collaborative podcast. We are going to be talking about colour blocking. Everybody's going to be talking about this. There's big news going on. So first up, Jordanna, tell us about this trend and where did it start?
That's a great question, Dom. So colour blocking has been around for many years in the makeup industry, in interior design and also in fashion. However, it's most recently come back around in the hair industry from an evolved piece of the money piece that we saw last year. Essentially, that money piece has become bolder and bolder and is now moving back towards the hairline around the Alice band area and is becoming more of a statement panel. So an individual piece of hair that is coloured in a way that stands out.
Okay. And why is this, in your mind, Hayley, the perfect time for the industry to have this trend?
I think we've spent such a long time blending colour. Balayage trend, leaving colour for weeks before we refresh. So it's a really great opportunity to do something different because other aspects of colouring have stayed quite silent in that blended kind of trend that we've been in. So it's really refreshing to have something like this that's going to be more kind of vibrant and cleaner lines.
When you look at colour psychology and the trends, it happens to follow from a psychological or a sociological change in people's behaviours and attitudes. And I truly believe that there is a rise of the individual that is becoming such a trend. Everyone wants to look different, right? And so it's really nice for hairdressers to jump on board with that and really create bespoke hair colour. We want to do things that clients cannot do at home. And I think this trend is great and a great tool for hairdressers to be able to do that. And it's exciting for us. We love, creating different work and using our artistry as hairdressers. I would say it's a much more modern take on what we saw in the 90s with the stripes. I would say that we can even use it with muted palettes, so your natural blondes and natural brunettes, and it's got such a beautiful way of fading as well. So it can be used on top of classic highlights. It can be used to create a feature out of grey hair with natural white hair that we see. It can be used as a panel that's hidden underneath a bob. There's so many creative ways of using it, and I'm so excited to see what our hairdressers can create with it.
From what you're seeing, Jordanna, who are the where are these trends being worn and who's wearing them?
Yeah, great. So first of all, I'd say Dua Lipa. I think she's always been at the fashion forefront of colourful hair. And I think, even people who are in the Wella family, like James Earnshaw, he's been creating quite bold statement colour for the last few years. He did a great collection called K-pop with Wella as well. So it's kind of about using slicing to bring back that feature of colour, which is creatively placed around the head to really enhance the colour. Because as we know, with contrast, you can really enhance someone's eye features or facial features that you want to enhance. And I think moving away from the word chunky, I'm going to use the word slices.
Okay, slices.
Yes, slices. We've actually used the word 90s slices, which I think is a nice take on it.
Nice, yeah.
And as Hayley said, since the 90s, I mean, the colour technology that has come about is just incredible. And for me, as a hairdresser and as a hair painter, if you like, I would say that using Shinefinity is just a great tool for that, because you can create those slices, you can create them with toners, and those toners can be so easily removed, and now they fade true to tone. Every hairdresser's dream. And I think if I were around in the 90s doing this kind of work, I would say that it would be a little bit more scary. So we're really removing that fear with the colour portfolio that we have at Wella.
With the colour being so advanced now, they can do it without the fear of damage. And that was the kind of the block for some clients not to experiment, because they were concerned about damage. So they can do it at ease now with zero damage products.
And I hear, Hayley, that there are some new Wella shades.
Oh, it's so exciting.
That are out there. Yeah. So can you maybe just tell us about this?
Yeah. So we've bringing out some new shades in Coliston Perfect and Shinefinity. The long-awaited 10 line in Shinefinity. Every time I go into a salon, they're like, when are the 10s coming out? So we have 10-stroke 8, 0-10-stroke 8, 0-10-stroke 6, 0-10-stroke 00, and then we have our best-selling shade, which is the clear in a 500ml bottle. So these are flash shades as well. So these are going to develop in 5 minutes. So when we are doing something like colour blocking and creating bespoke colour, if we want to spend more time on the technique, we've got less development time with the flash shades. And then another question that I always get asked in the salon is, are Wella going to bring out any more cool shades in Coliston Perfect? Of course we are, and they're going to be lasting a lot longer. So a guaranteed longevity of up to 8 weeks. So in that collection, we've got 4-stroke 8-2, 5-stroke 8-2, and 4-stroke 02.